with Nomad and Lizard.
Thank you very much, Dan and the gang. Yeah, that's right. We got game number 2 on the way, and these lanes could be looking a little bit difficult for OG. Lizard, do you share the sentiment of your fellow analysts?
It's hard not to after the first game, right? You tend to be biased towards a team that had like 20-2 scoreline. But if you remember old days of Liquid when Taiga was still in that team, they would switch things around a little bit. If Boxy is having a really tough lane, they would put Taiga on that position 3, and Boxy would be the real 4. Maybe this is something that they might consider here with Amar. I don't like position 4 Night Stalker that much, but when you're playing versus a Monkey King, that's usually what teams do, right? They switch things. Misha?
Radiant's courier has been
he's I don't think he's living through this one. I'll just say that. Goodbye, little lion man. You're not as brave.
So they hit them with what OG did to them, right? Like, it's a bit of a revenge. OG, however, they didn't manage to get first blood in that last game in this manner, but they did punish them quite heavily.
Yep. So, you know, the old monkey see, monkey do from TSpirit, and they do get their Dark Willow, the first blood there. So, let's find out how this one breaks down. We have got Tiger playing the Weaver, a hero who's pretty damn comfortable on, to be honest. Could be in some trouble here, though. Still 5 seconds until that Sakuchi. I don't think they have enough damage to bring him down, though. Nightmare comes out.
But there's no damage. She also could shield away.
Yeah. They're committing, though. The sentry's down, but yeah, Tiger... Oh, and they left the bounty rune. How lovely.
He needs to go base, though, right? Will he? It looks like he won't. He actually ate that one extra tango, and he's going top because they're starting as a trial lane.
Interesting. So you talked about switching it up. Well, this is one way to do it. 3 heroes in the top lane. That is definitely not what we were expecting from OG.
You can see that TSpirit is kind of expecting this. That's why they didn't start laning instantly with their cores. Underlord and Monkey will switch things around, and this Okuchi should...
Yeah, Tiger's got him.
There's a Fairy Fire as well, but he should still get him, I think.
Oh, tried to go for the body blocks. No, didn't make the body blocks, therefore Mira will get away, but still bullied out of lane for a time being. But there's both supports committed to... Oh,
maybe
hello,
now?
Mira, not again. Oh, Tiger, one more hit. It will be enough. I mean, that's kind of ideal circumstance, right? You've removed that Dark Willow from the lane for such a long time.
Yeah, you removed her from the lane. I always come back to the fact that she will TP in with a lot of regen now, has that free TP as well, so that helps. But I'm surprised that they're tri-laning top. I guess you can't help the Night Stalker, and this is another way of approaching this situation. Like, dual lane or solo lane, it's all the same for the Night Stalker. He's not gonna get a lot. So just focusing on your strengths might be the better thing.
Yeah. Amar, he's very much being sacked this time around. They realize that there's no sense trying to win the unwinnable and just leave Amar the fucker down here by himself.
Amar the what? The fine gentleman?
Yes, the funny chap.
The flower.
Indeed, yes, indeed.
Of course.
How's our middle lane going? Hopefully things go a little bit better for BZM this time around. He's had some rough lanes in the tournament so far, but looks like it's going well versus OD to start things off. So we'll be going pretty even for now.
All fine and dandy until OD gets that Meteor Hammer. He already has the ring, so he won't be zoned. He shouldn't be zoned out of the lane any longer.
Wow, OD Meteor Hammer, there's a new one. Oh, Misha turning up to the bottom lane and getting a decent amount of damage out onto Yotoro. Yotoro getting himself back, will be okay, so won't be a kill. Meanwhile, up on top though, Tiger in some trouble, but Collapse also getting very low here as Yuragi will be able to bring down the Underlord. Yes, Tiger dies, but honestly, that's a win for OG in my books.
Well, that's a win for OG on both lanes, right? On top lane, they kill off the Underlord, and on the bottom lane, they force out the Sal and push out Monkey King a little bit. Now, this is only possible because Monkey still is not level 3. Once he hits that level 3, things get a bit more difficult as he heals up quite a bit more afterwards if you trade hits with him.
Yes, Jingu level 1 is a bit of a bait in a lot of circumstances, but this is a rotation. OG so dynamic in this laning phase, and this might be a kill onto Maposhka. In fact, it very much is going to be a kill onto it. Oh, I say that, Fairy Fire comes out, the right clicks will be needed, not enough. Never mind, Maposhka might be getting back to the Tiger. He's so hungry for it. Give me the kill, he says. Yes, I might die here. He's not even going to die here, in fact. OG, they are just playing this bottom lane beautifully right now. Really good to see after the disaster that was last game. They just come bouncing back, and very hopeful stuff so far at this only 4-minute mark.
And Tiger gets that bounty rune as well, and he's sticking around. They might go again. He did not go away, remember. So now his options are go control the rune or go bottom. I think the rune will be the case.
I'm toying with you.
It's pretty solid. I mean, for Toronto Tokyo, that's not really a big deal because he's an OD. He doesn't have a bottle. He goes for the Ring of Protection. So having that rune or not a huge difference for him.
And this is a very promising sign for OG as well. You know, you love to see it when, and especially a new team, is able to come back from a loss and actually, you know, show a lot of life. And we're only in the starting phase of this game, but this is definitely looking like a team which isn't going to let themselves just be stamped out in that first match.
Tiger is being really careful there. They almost got him. They caught him in the sleep while he was Sakuchi, but top lane Yuragi, he doesn't have a blink for 5 seconds. Oh, they
could be in some trouble. Oh, the root is a little bit early there, but of course he doesn't know the cooldown of playing. Actually, Mira's the one taking a lot of damage, and Tiger, he's here once again, here to clean up the kill onto Mira. Yuragi still healthy enough as they continue to whack away at Collapse. Of course, that big old slug, he's not going to go down. You need more than salt to kill this guy.
Yeah, so we were talking about that last game and how flawless the laning stage looked for TSpirit. They're showing small signs of weaknesses in this game, like Collapse. They use Pit of Malice and they use Bramble Maze at the same time, more or less, while Queen of Pain is already stunned. Plus the Brambles do not connect. These small little things, like they can lead to a kill or a counter kill that happened on top lane.
Ooh, this was interesting as well. Misha was so ready to TP in. He was like, all right, this guy's got Meteor Hammer. I need to be there to interrupt it. But actually, the OD had already used on a camera. Ma down at bottom, 3 heroes on top of him. No one here to TP because the Lion just came to mid. The Weaver's not available. So Amar, he's going to have to do some fancy footwork here. But actually, he's not. He just runs into the tower and they just don't chase on TSpirit.
It feels like they stacked up their spells once again. Not properly enough. Maybe they're feeling a bit too relaxed after the first game. It can happen. I've seen teams do exactly that, but so far looking way, way better for OG. And the nighttime is there. This Night Stalker, he's not only survived the daylight, he thrived in it. Like, he has almost the same amount of CS as the Monkey King. This went way, way better than I imagined.
Wow.
Chill, bro. Chill and flex, bro.
Amar doing very well.
Yeah.
Chill,
They're
bro.
looking. It is nighttime. Toronto Tokyo getting jumped on a mid, going for the TP out, and I don't think they have the damage to take him down before he gets himself away. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Misha's here with an invis room, but they have that sentry locking the camp, which is kind of unfortunate for poor old Misha here, as he's going to get stunned up and most likely killed off here. Stuns up, but they're positioned themselves correctly, so he can only get one of them, and Misha will fall.
Yeah, that sentry rune that sentry ward, actually scouted out Taiga before, so
yeah,
they didn't communicate that well enough. Meanwhile, on that mid lane, what happened is Toronto Tokyo actually caught himself. He went close to TA and then astraled himself. Bottom lane.
Yep, they've got the Nightmare in this, allowing TPs to come across from OG, and of course Misha's back in the country. However, he has been stunned up. Now the counter aggression comes out from OG. They're piling in the damage onto the Willow. They want to get this kill. Toro, considering going in here, just decides to take off the bug, and I think it's going to be TSpirit who are on the defensive. But Mar's going to pop that ulti just to get the kill on Mira, blows him up. They're looking towards the Monkey King, but they don't really want to engage him head on. But now he gets off that Jingu. They will be forced back on OG, but Amar still sticking around that tree line there. He knows where he's strong. It's nighttime. He's got that ultimate ticking over, and he's
been salved, right? He's been salved as well. But there's a mango in case they want to make a move. They can mango either the Weaver or Misha. But Yatoro, he knows the lane is pushing in, and because of that, he's fine to just wait for it. Wasn't overly aggressive. How's mid lane doing? So far, this tier 1 on the mid lane is actually, it's missing 4 HP. And that's huge success for BZM. You're playing versus an OD. You haven't lost the tower at all.
That's a healthy old tower in the middle lane. OG gonna be happy about that one. I mean, BZM, he's just clearing these waves, going to jungle, you know, classic TABS. It's what she do so well.
I was just thinking, like, this top lane that we completely ignored because it's kind of, you know, not really that interesting. Queen of Pain has 55 CS versus 29 on Collapse, so as expected, he's doing really well. Mid lane.
Alright, here's the hammer, but Misha's in the neighborhood. Gonna cancel that one out easily enough. Miposhka comes in, but unfortunately with that hammer being cancelled, the opportunity for an aggressive play from the side of TSpirit is pretty much none. BZM knows this and just runs in to scoop up some more creeps. He's doing exactly what he should, just farming up a storm.
It's not the easiest game for OD as well when you think about it. The hero is, I mean, in one of the best spots. Maybe beginning of last year he was completely broken, now he's slightly broken. But you are playing versus this Night Stalker and the Lion. Once they get these blinks, once they are able to get on top of you, it becomes harder. But I like this move from Toronto Tokyo. They're moving bottom, they want to take the tier 1, perhaps kill off Amar in between.
So I've seen them, because he is just hightailing it away. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, there's some aggression going on. They've managed to find the Underlord in the jungle, and Collapse will not be surviving this engagement.
Did you forget?
Yep. Down at bottom, they've just got a Night Stalker. I mean, he's under their ward, but he doesn't care. It's a Night Stalker at night time. You're not sneaking up on him, unfortunately. Oh, no, that ward.
Yeah, you can't catch him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
There's no way.
Attack.
They can catch the tier 1 on the bottom lane, so they'll slowly start going for that. But I like the OG's response. They're going mid.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
You can argue that this is more important, but with the Underlord TPing in, perhaps he can stop it. Just Firestorm away and that's it. So OG will actually not defend the bottom tower, and at the same time will not take the tier 1 mid.
Dire's top tower.
And the Queen of Pain is shoving in top, but meanwhile we've got a Sleepy Weaver over in the triangle. Miriam and Miposhka just bullying poor old Tiger here. Tiger not level 6, no way out of this one. He's going to get killed off. Couldn't navigate the bramble maze, unfortunately.
As you mentioned, like these small little kills like here on Weaver, for me they don't truly matter that much. He's doing his job, he's invading the enemy jungle, giving some info, warding up and whatnot. This top lane, however, can they kill Yuragi? That's my question, because Miposhka does not have 6. He might get it after all 3 creeps.
Well, that's what he's waiting for, isn't it? But now he realizes that Yuragi's running away. He's getting a little bit too hungry here. Death Court OG, they've called it the cavalry, and they want to blow up this base as quickly as possible. They will not be able to, though, as Mira comes in with a great fear onto the 2 cores, pushing them back and saving Miposhka, who does now have the level 6.
Amar? He's trying to go a bit deeper.
He's tempted, isn't he? He is so tempted, but he knows that if he messes us up, it could be very costly indeed. Yeah, not happening. And oh, hey, Toro, how's it going, buddy? Yeah,
he jumps out instantly. But you see, like this play on top lane, like catching the Weaver there, insignificant. But this top lane, these 2 moves from both of the teams were so on point. Maybe Yuragi can be caught this time around. He still does have his blink. The stun is there.
Donk down, Yuragi. Taking some damage, stuns out from Misha, trying to hold back these 4 heroes, but it's one man versus one, trying to use his body just to say, please, please leave my core alone. And in a way it works. I mean, the Queen of Pain's out of there.
Yeah, like he prevented them from using that full grip on Queen of Pain and saves her that way. Like I'm just loving the fact that we're seeing some real quality Dota when it comes to just strategical aspect of it. They're still missing some spells. It feels like the teams, when it comes to the skill efficiency, it feels like they're 15% off of that game 1. You know, not as accurate, but the way they move across the map is still very pleasing to watch. Like defending this tier 1 on the top lane and also preventing them from killing Queen of Pain on the other hand. Like just on point.
Really nice stuff. Yeah, totally different team from game 1, honestly. Like, they're just, I mean, I guess it always looks better when you can actually play the game after your laning phase.
Yeah, it's helpful. Collapse cannot, though. Like, this guy cannot play the game at the moment. He's going for this Atos, and when you look at his team, yeah, they don't necessarily struggle with catch, But this Atos build is very nice still on the Underlord. Versus the Queen of Pain, versus the Night Stalker, versus the Weaver, versus all of them, because you can stack up the Pit of Malice, right? Pit of Malice, Firestorm, Atos into another Pit of Malice stun. Yuragi.
Ooh, Toronto Tokyo, he doesn't quite get in range. Oh no, that is a little bit awkward. Couldn't quite get off that Astral, and Yuragi just walks away from danger.
Yeah, and he's sick of it. He's actually purchased his Blink Dagger now, and from this point onwards, he should be catching these pesky heroes.
Yeah. So why do they make that movement in now rather than wait for the Blink Dagger to come out for Toronto Tokyo?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sometimes you just have to make a move as the lanes are pushing in, or you're just too eager to do something. Sometimes you see that they have this dire jungle, and you kind of anticipate where they're farming, so you try to catch the hero.
Radiant's middle tower
Usually
is under attack.
they caught Taiga actually bottom lane. He should be dead. They have grip.
He's having a little nap. Grip comes out. Well timed from Aposhka. An easy peasy pick off for the side of TSpirit.
Yeah. And also, they didn't show the Blink Dagger on this bottom lane. It's flying in. So once Toronto Tokyo has it, they
Dire's
should be
top
unaware.
tower is under attack.
Misha?
Yeah, looks like there's going to be another support dead on the side of OG. Just going on a little warding mission by his lonesome. And unfortunately does get cut down. So both supports dead in the OG. Some nice movements around from TSpirit just to punish the wantonness of the OG supports right now.
Yatoru is pretty big too. He has that Orb of Corrosion, Echo Saber, going straight into the BKB, and I believe right now TSpirit might make a move around Underlord. Meanwhile, Yatoru needs to bail from the top lane. They have 2 wards, they should scout this out. Yeah. And because of that Blink Dagger on OD, he can rotate mid through the Radiant jungle.
But Lizard, they have snuck their way into the Roshan pit here. They've got the double anti-armor of the TA and the Weaver, and of course that bug going to help tank up for the TA for a bit as well. Free 2-man Rosh at 50 minutes into the game.
BZM with the Desolator definitely helps out.
Yeah.
I don't think TSpirit is unaware of this.
Great play, I mean. Amar could be in some trouble here. A lot of heroes on top of him. Going to pop that silence and move himself in, but the Willow's able to get off both those spells and run back into the clutch of Night Stalker and take him down. Amar, the Fallen in the top lane as Toronto Tokyo tries to blow up Tiger. Not quite enough damage. It's over HP, but this TA, she's in too deep here. Can she get the help from her team? They're just piling in to BZM. BZM will fall, but the finger in the screen takes out Yatoru at the same time. With that Aegis, that is definitely a trade for OG. Tiger continuing to try and find the target, scouting out, getting those bugs down. They're looking for the kill onto the Dark Willow. That's only going to delay the inevitable, I believe. That glimpse from the OD, and they will take down Mira as well. 2 heroes dead on the side of TSpirit, one of which being that all-important carry. Oh, hello, make it number 3, counting with Nomad as they take down Poshka as well. My goodness.
Yeah, my goodness, indeed. I actually felt that, okay, top lane, BZM, he got stunned.
Oh, just on the edge. His pinky toe was in that radius there, and that brings him down. However, Tiger's coming in to try and help out here. They don't want to lose their TA just like that. Oh my goodness, a melt strike. It cleaves him in half. Meanwhile, the Monkey King drops down the Wukong's command, but the TA is continuing to turn and fight. They now have to back away as they lose Yuragi. But getting the old mid laner in that fight there for the side of OG, that's just lovely for them.
Yeah, damn, this is like some non-stop action happening right there. Firestorm does manage to clip on Queen of Pain, who blinks out but still dies to the overtime damage. And now I'm feeling like TSpirit, they're way too eager to fight. Same way they were in complete control in the last game. I'm not saying that OG is in the same driving position, right? But they are slightly ahead. And the safer play for me, for TSpirit, would have been to sack top lane, that tier 1, because you're fighting into the darkness versus Night Stalker, and go for mid lane, which is closer to all your heroes anyway. But they decide to fight top, and they suffer some heavy casualties.
Yeah, but, you know, we are casting OG versus TSpirit here. Asking these guys not to fight is like asking a flower not to grow. And talking about flowers, Amar the flower getting feared up, forced back, but he is very quick in the nighttime, so they won't actually be able to bring him down.
Yeah, that fear actually helped him out a little bit, right? Because of all the movement speed that he has, he just runs away. Poshka.
Gotta do that anyway. Weaver. Slap, but Yuragi, he's in from behind. This is a bait here, and they're just going to turn it straight around onto Toronto, Tokyo. And as OD is having a miserable game right now. The potion's going to fall as well. OG picking them off. Meanwhile, Amar looking like he's fine. He was going on top here just to kind of bait them and keep them in the area whilst they made the play at bottom. He knows that he can just run away.
Yep. They used the ATOS, they used the Pit of Malice, so they couldn't really catch him. And now Taiga is the one chasing, actually.
Amar the fleer, however. Mira sticking behind. He seems to know where that sentry ward is, so he's keeping his distance. Oh no, he's walked into it now. Misha's like, yeah, I know where you are. Come here, you pesky little Willow. Sentries are down. They want to catch this Willow, and Mira might well be caught here. Just plastering the floor with sentries. They don't want to leave anything up to our chance. And Helap's, he's just going to peace out. See you later.
He's not going to catch the bus on Dark Willow. Everyone else does survive. And right now, if you're TSpirit, you need to wait up for this BKB on your Toro God. Once you have that, I think perhaps you can take a fight. But it's getting increasingly difficult. TA, she is caught bottom lane though.
Have a little nap. No one really nearby to help her out. Literally every other OG hero is on the other side of the map, so this will just be a kill. Wukong's command just to guarantee it, and this is a death for BZM.
Yeah, really nice catch from Poshka. He's been on this area catching heroes for the last 10 minutes, more or less. And they do have this one ward on the cliff that's been around for like 3-4 minutes, giving a lot of vision. So there's a BKB on Amar, and he's building slowly into the Blink Dagger. Once he gets the Blink Dagger and the BKB, like, OD is not gonna have a lot of fun. And his only job will be, okay, I'm gonna jump the OD and maybe the Bane and just keep them silenced. They won't be able to do much.
So what should we be looking for to go right for TSpirit in these fights for it to swing in their favor?
They can still swing it in their favor for sure. Like you're looking at this BKB on Monkey King as well. If they manage to fight around Wukong's arena properly, then the Night Stalker can't perhaps be on top of his targets all the time. He will be taking way too much damage. There's a grip as well that you can catch the Night Stalker with, but it all comes down to him really. For me, it's not like all the other heroes. Yeah, you can kill, but to do that, you need to control the Night Stalker.
Meanwhile, Tiger, he's going for the Ags as well, making it even harder for these pick-off-based heroes to get their target. That's going to be a really big pickup for OG as well.
It's your casual build-up, right, on the Weaver. You always, not always, but most of the time you go for the Vessel Wand and the Aghanims. You don't need boots or anything like that. He might be caught here.
Oh, it's a bait. It's a bait, yeah. They don't want to take it. Oh man, I've been in this situation. My king is like, I really want to jump this guy. Meanwhile, at the top, there's a bit of action taking place, and this will be their cue to go. Once again, with Amar showing top, they jump on bottom, but it's a trap once again. Maposhka, so very low here, might just tick out to the AoE damage. Certainly will, and down goes Mirror as well. It's going to be 2 for Yuragi in the bottom lane. Well, up top, I think Night Stalker made it out. Absolutely.
Yeah, he just TP'd. He just TP'd away. There was absolutely no way of catching him.
I'm surprised play though. I love that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they bit the bait on the bottom lane because of the way Taiga was baiting. You don't necessarily see a Weaver just go completely into a creep wave like that, you know, to farm it. It's like, all right, I see what you're doing there, man. Like
he's like covering himself in chocolate, you know. He's got a rose in his teeth. He's like, "Come get me, boys!" And they're like, "God damn!"
Like winking, you know, like, come at me.
But what I really liked about that from OG, right, is that Amar's like, yeah, like they're not taking the bait bottom. Okay, we've got to add a little bit more and another worm to this hook. He just engages on top, you know. He lulls them into this false sense of security that they're making a play on top of something. At least the Night Stalker's not there. That's a trigger for TSpirit to then go, okay, yeah, we'll commit to this kill. It does not work out for them.
Yeah, Underlord now, he has completed the Crimson Guard together with the Rod of Atos, so some extra blocking capabilities versus the TA always comes in handy. The TA that has completed the BKB now, this is pretty much it for OG. All they have to do is secure the dire jungle and wait for Aegis. Wait for Roshan to respond, that is.
And that is TSpirit's cue as well. They need to be contesting this Roshan. You cannot let OG get it for free. We'll see what TSpirit are able to do. It's been a rough game for them so far, but they are by no means out of it yet. They're still very capable of fighting up into them.
Oh, for sure. There's Aghanims now completed on Toronto, Tokyo too. And they might even look at that as their signal to go fight.
Plus, you know, I hate to mention it again, but these guys won TI. They are more than capable of weaseling themselves out of tricky situations, in fact. Good. Unpause comes out. TSpirit, what is the plan? They're holding the line for now. Watching, waiting, seeing when their time to strike is. They have lost this tower already, but they want to catch them as they come back to check Roshan. That is the play here. Whoever comes forward first might just get their lives completely taken out of their hands.
They're waiting for them. Weaver is running straight into their hands.
Perfect, they know exactly where they're going. Oh, the blink out! They don't catch anyone!
They caught
now.
TA.
Okay, who they got? Who they got? It's TA with the BKB available, so they know it's not really a great time, but they got the grip! The BKB didn't come off! TA, she might be dead here! She is! She is gone! Great screen out from Yuragi, but with the TA dead, I'm not sure if she can fight this. They're trying to find a way into this one, but it's just not happening. BZM and Yuragi both lying dead on the ground. Amar trying to make something happen as he tries to bully this OD. He thinks if I can take out one, I might stop them doing Roche, but no, not the case. Nish is going to die as well. Amar just goes to the trees and TPs away. And guess what? This is such a short respawn on Roshan. Just 10-15 seconds on this Roche clock, and it is already back. This is absolute dream scenario for TSpirit.
The worst thing is, something that looked so good for OG ended up being so bad for them. Keep in mind, Lion blinked out of that pit of malice, right? They didn't catch him. They didn't catch another hero that ran right next to them, right? The Weaver, right next to the stairs. But then, because Lion doesn't have that blink, he's unable to stop the grip. And Night Stalker, he was like 10 gold away from the blink dagger as well. So he was unable to break Bane's grip on the TA. I think that's pretty much the golden, the best scenario, dream scenario for TSpirit.
Who knew that that's how it was actually supposed to go down? They split the team fight in half, and the saves are too far away from the core. Wow.
Sometimes it's a little bit of luck as well. Sometimes fate just looks your way. That Lion using the blink to escape, it helped them out so much, because instantly they get this small window in which they can kill off TA, and they utilize it really, really well, as they always do, at least since TI.
Yeah, and it all started from that great trap, didn't it? Like, they knew they would come back and check Roshan, so they're just waiting, see who comes and does it, and yeah. In the end, it goes great. And now, they're the ones with an Aegis in their hand. They've neutralized the net worth advantage. It is now pretty much dead even on gold. And they might have just found themselves Amar in the middle lane. He's popping that BKB, trying to get himself back. Will be able to do that. He's a pretty quick hero. Does survive. Still, BKB charge down. Meanwhile, BZM being very aggressive here, trying to catch out Miposhka.
Grip again.
Now the grip comes out, sir. You might be in some trouble. Goodbye, BZM. A little bit too ambitious there, going for the Bane kill.
Yeah, they need to put some more respect now on Miposhka and his Bane. This is like, he's getting extremely easy kills on these targets that bought BKBs. They need to fight together. OG feels a little bit lost. Like, you do have ways of preventing the Bane grip, but they're just too split out. Like Taiga here. Okay, this happens, right? Like, you got caught by OD, you're trying to farm up your Aghanims. But the mid lane is the problem.
Yeah, that's a double damage Monkey King, by the way, guys. Kind of scary with the Desolator on top of that. Might need to do something about this, OG. Is there anything they can do about this? Lion's trying to pump out that damage, but looks like Monkey getting very low. Oh, okay, Yuragi with the swipes from the sidelines. And then look at the collapse as well. They want to bring him down before the Monkey King can come back into this, and they will do exactly that. Goodbye, collapse. Wow, what a defense from OG there.
That was some really sweet defense by Misha and Yuragi. The way they comboed their spells, the Impale, the Scream of Pain into Sonic Wave, just really well played. Yeah, Torogod, he was a little bit too greedy there, right? Like, he had that double damage and he thought, I'm just gonna heal up on this puny Lion and take their side, and that's it. Slightly greedy from their side, but really well executed by OG.
Well.
I still feel like TSpirit, not a lot has changed, unless OG changed the way they're approaching these fights. They need to control Miposhka. It's the bottom line.
Indeed. Hopefully the next fight they take, they'll be able to keep their formation strong. and not get caught out. Of course, when they get the Ags on the Weaver, I think it kind of changes a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's big then, right? Because that means the focus on the post isn't quite as strong. You can time-lapse whoever gets caught by that Bane ultimate and hopefully save them. But still, it's still
it helps out, definitely.
It's like a safety buffer, you know?
Yeah, now it's on TSpirit as well to think about the Weaver. I'm not sure if they noticed that he has Aghanims. He is smoked though, and Taiga might be the first one that runs in.
Yep, immediately scooches himself back. His traps now silencing up Collapse. Amar, feels like they're just trying to poke the BKB out of him, see if they can get an overreaction there, but Amar, he stays still. Amar the calm.
From the same crop.
Poshka is still smoked up, and there's a Weaver illusion going his way. Oh, is he baited here?
Nah, they see the damage it's taking, right?
Yeah, they see the damage.
I was worried for a minute there.
Yeah, good thing he didn't grip instantly. That would have been pretty sad.
Love this. Both teams moving very carefully across the map. They do see Yuragi here, of course, has that BKB. Might be for... Oh, Tiger's just literally sitting right behind him, behind a singular tree.
Right behind that tree, you know, like your kid is about to fight and you're just standing there waiting to see what's gonna happen. Just in case he does something bad, you're gonna get him out.
Probably parenting is quite something. Yuragi got the BKB, look around on Toronto, don't get wants to pop the BKB and just pieces out of this one. So instead, they'll turn their attention towards Collapse, but of course that BKB is ending. Gotta be a little bit careful here, but I don't think they do actually. They've got no OD, they've got no Monkey either. Everyone's backing away on the side of TSpirit. They recognize the situation is pretty bad for them, so they will just clear out and sacrifice poor old Collapse, who has been sacrificed a lot this game.
And to defend the culture, to prevent any violence from happening, you're standing there to see if they can sort it out as gentlemen.
Ah, right, there we go. Good
That's what I meant.
Good recovery.
That's obviously what I meant.
TSpirit, they're coming back. They say we don't need Collapse. We can fight regardless. We can defend this tower at least regardless. And
a very interesting game in comparison to that first one that felt like it was over pretty much after the laning stage. Both of these teams have ways of actually playing the team fights now with the Weaver, Agon, and Scepter. It just adds another dimension to the way OG can approach the fights. But there's a smoke.
I mean, team... Yeah. Oh, okay. Misha's gone.
He hits literally. Boundless Strike and one Echo Saber connection.
Dead in 2 seconds. Never feels good, really. Never feels good.
Yeah, one thing that I worry for Taiga is the next item that he's going for is the Lotus Sword. One problem with the Aghanim Scepter, like it's great, you love this Weaver Aghanim Scepter, but it's nowhere near as powerful as it used to be because of the range. And you just might get caught. You go in and you get caught like this.
Excellently demonstrated. Mira's coming in from the side as well to further commit to the kill here. No grip needed. Tiger goes down. Great pick off here from TSpirit.
I love how he actually saved the grip. Like and it was pretty much in the nick of time that he died, right? One more second and he has enough space to use his ulti. Very well calculated.
Yeah, I mean, if Weaver's dead, that's great. If Weaver's dead and there's still grip available, that is so good for TSpirit. Yeah. TSpirit.
Usually when you watch OG, you expect their offlane to be, you know, doing some moves, right, clicking away. Like, he's been a semi-carry from the offlane most of the time. Now he has that Basher as well. His Night Stalker hurts during the nighttime.
Yeah, but it's been refreshing to see Amar playing a very different game. You know, he's been sacrificial as much as Collapse has been, maybe even more so. Just playing in the top lane, constantly being deep, and you know he's not focusing on himself this game. So it's cool to see him playing a different style of Dota than what we've previously seen. But then still building the Basher because he is Amar.
Being sacrificial, but still gonna carry a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You can take the, oh, here we go. Jumping in the front line, they will throw up the OD straight off the back. Great stun in from Misha, and that's going to be 2 cores dead off the bat. My goodness, there is not a chance in hell for TSpirit to fight back into OG in this one. They find the perfect angle of initiation, and Yutura's going to get out, but that was just great from OG.
And it's even TSpirit's vision that was around, right? On that cliff, they had a good board, they saw the smoke break, but you still cannot do anything about the Night Stalker blinking in the behind, popping that BKB and just eliminating the supports. Bane, he has a force staff, so he forced himself away, but it doesn't truly help. Like, Night Stalker will still take you out. If you take out Bane, the BKBs are free to use on the side of OG, and you can actually take a team fight, maybe even a side now.
I think that was a double damage TA as well, so, you know, pretty fortunate for OG, but just absolutely tearing the OD apart before he gets a chance to do anything. And if that OD is dead first, then your fights are just over. Bane couldn't save him because of all the different initiations going on. Yeah, great jump from OG. Man, these fights, like, I kind of wish they were closer, because it's either one team or the other, and it's never much of a struggle for the team which wins it. Very, very interesting strategy to look at, though. Like, both teams will be pouring over the replays for this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, it really feels like OG, they got their stuff together again. Like, they're approaching the fights properly, they're not being picked off, they're moving as a team. Now they're a side up.
Haste!
Alright, TSpirit not one to play from behind for very long. Smoke up from them. They're going to look for an initiation.
See the bugs? Just scouting out with Weaver, and because no one actually got connected to, they're moving back. They're even blinking out. They're reading this really well. They know there's a smoke coming.
Wow.
Okay, this is discipline, right? This is something that I expected from OG in the game 1 as well, but they're definitely stepping it up here, and maybe even smoke now. 10 seconds away from nighttime on the Night Stalker.
What a read, honestly. They didn't do that on a trap or anything, that was just pure gut read.
The smoke?
Yeah,
they used the swarm and no one was showing on the map. So it's kind of, I mean, it's not super obvious, but it's pretty obvious.
Alright. And now Roshan is back up once again, which means we have a brand new objective to fight over. Who's going to take it? We shall find out pretty shortly, I would imagine. Does seem to be OG. When the fights are 5-on-5, the last one did go the way of OG pretty convincingly, so it's hard to see unless TSpirit can be very, very sneaky, which they can. It's hard to see how they will take the fight, though. You know, just a head-on-head collision.
They're getting some bonus utility from the Underlord now with the AC completed. On the other side. Can they? I'm not sure they can do this because of the trap in the pit, right?
Yes, but at the same time, it's going to be a quick Roshan. OG, they've taken bottom tower. They're sprinting across the map to try and interrupt this Roshan.
You're not fast enough for this. I'm pretty sure there's no way you do it.
OG are coming. Yep, they're backing out of the pit. They realize this might not have been the best idea as they jump onto the Dark Willow. Immediately, Yuragi popping the BKB, trying to fight into this one. But she is getting beaten down pretty hard, but in comes BZM with the damage onto collapse. Meanwhile, Lamar just beating up the Bane on the sidelines. Yutura's going to jump on him, but it's too late to protect his support. Collapse has gone, Misha as well. Meanwhile, Lamar flying, chasing that Monkey King. He can't get away from the Night Stalker, so he's going to have to jump on those trees and run. But Toronto Tokyo, he's going in here. What is he doing? He's looking for the target. He brings down Yuragi, but he's going to give his own life for this as BZM's just blasting away from the sidelines. The Templar assassin completely untouched. She's going to rip through everyone, and it is going to be the fight going the way of OG. They push down the bottom tower, bait, move across the map, and the fight belongs to and Amar just wants to end. Look at this guy.
It's not. He doesn't want to end. He wants to bait out the buybacks. I believe at least.
I see. Well, I mean, you say that, but OG are turning up 3 heroes into the middle lane. They definitely want to force these buybacks here for sure.
Yeah. You force the buybacks and then you go rush. I think that's the... Or at least, it looks like at least the glyph is forced. It was, I would say, even slightly desperate move from TSpirit trying to go into the pit. You have AC, you have Desolator on the Monkey King, but you're not Weaver plus TA. You don't dish out that much of a damage to 3-man the Roshan before they move in. And because you're doing that Roshan, you're giving all the info that OG needs, and then they can pick the targets they want to go on. like one thing that I'm seeing TeamSpirit is lacking in the last, let's say, 5-6 minutes is they're not protecting the Bane at all. Like every single fight, Amar he has like a ballpoint bull mark on that Bane, and he's just chasing him down.
Yep. Amar, he wants to cuddle this Bane, and Maposhka, you know, he's a bit of a... He's like, no, I'm not a cuddler, but not really getting a choice this game.
Just wants to be friends, Night Stalker.
Yeah.
You know.
Amar the friendly. Oh god, a Missile Blade now finished up, and he's going for the Nullifier next as well. Yeah, he wants to be very, very friendly.
There's a shard now, refresher shard on Queen of Pain, so you will have double the BKB, you will have a cheese and the Lotus Orb completed on Weaver. The things are getting out of hand a little bit for TeamSpirit, unless they can do some incredible sanities and Eclipse. Hard one to come back into.
I kind of feel like if they can take down the TA once, you can get it with the Wukong from the second life. You know, when you're playing against Monkey King, Aegis just feels a little less valuable. But look at Amar, he's always waiting where you don't expect him to be. Always looking for his best friend, Bane. He's sending him love letters, you know, he's liking his pictures on Instagram.
Stalker, like a true Night Stalker.
Very good, very
top lane.
And now it begins. I mean, the TA's already lost about half her health. Doesn't want to pop the BKB on her first life, but she is going to suffer quite heavily for that. Is that going to cause them to back away, though? I doubt it. Now that Amar's been revealed in the mid lane.
I think they expected Taiga to use his ulti on TA there, so that's why they let her get damaged that hard. But Taiga couldn't really find the angle to approach her, or he decided not to time-lapse into a bit of malice anyway.
True. Yeah, the time-lapse could be a bit of an issue when it comes to the repositioning as well, couldn't it? Yeah, that's a great point.
Still though, they're farming away. There's the Aegis on TA still for 2.5 minutes. You could complete the Swift Blink if you wanted to. Or you can save for the buyback. It's one of the options on TA. I actually think maybe Swift Blink would be not that greedy considering you still have the Aegis.
Yeah, it's always tempting to buy out when you've got that Aegis, but of course when the Aegis disappears and you don't have buyback, then you're like, pump the brakes a bit.
And you're so late in the game, it's 14-minute mark, so if you die and you don't have buyback, they could maybe even end the game. They don't truly have the best pushing, but they're fast enough.
We're now 40 minutes deep into what's been definitely one of the most interesting games of the tournament. OG putting up an excellent fight here against TeamSpirit, and 20k gold up. They are set to take this game, but TeamSpirit, of course, 20k gold down, 30k gold down. Oh, you never count this team out. Aegis close to running out of, well, not really, still a bit of time left to do something, but I mean, why aren't OG forcing this high ground, Lizard?
Well, if you look at TeamSpirit, they can't leave their base, so why force something if the enemy team is not getting anything out of the map for the last like 5 minutes? This is not 5, let's say 3 minutes. This is very disciplined from OG. Now they might go for it.
Sleep up onto BZM, but the Lotus is out, which means that they can't really go for the grip. Not that they would anyway, not onto an Aegis target. That would just give OG basically swinging the doors open and laying out the red carpet for them to come high ground if they use the grip on BZM there. But they'll continue trying to do some damage. Collapse just kind of tapping away at that refraction, getting it down. Meanwhile, Amar jumping to the backlines along with Yuragi here. They're trying to go for the Bane, but I'm not sure they're going to get in. Refresher out from the Queen of Pain as they're able to take down Mirror again. Targeting the support so damn hard as Collapse gets straight on the front lines as well. OG keeping a tight formation as they drop the hammer down onto Amar in the backlines. Toronto trying his best to take him down. Toronto, Tokyo trying to bring him down. He will be able to do that. Amar is dead, but Yuragi and BZM, they are still in life in this fight, but they'll back themselves away. Wukong's command kind of going to waste here, but also forcing OG out of their base. Tiger, meanwhile, on the high ground, he's rooted up, he's being taken down, he's got another time lapse to work with, but will it be enough? I don't think so. Tiger's gonna die, and look at this, blink forward from the OD. He's looking for Misha as well. They want to find another +1 to this. OG, they do lose 3 heroes inside this, but it was a lot of buybacks expended from TeamSpirit.
Yeah, they forced the buyback on Collapse, on Bane, and on Dark Willow. I think you're kind of fine if you're TSpirit with this. You protected your side. TA has her Aegis now reclaimed as well. She does have a buyback, but at least you're not playing against Aegis anymore. It was very unfortunate for the TSpirit as well, the way that fight started. The moment the Knight pops, I just love how fast they are on TSpirit. OD instantly pops Shivas because he's expecting the Night Stalker and everyone to jump on him. Night Stalker, he doesn't go on the Bane this time around. Pull that dot. Bottom lane.
Yep, Toronto Tokyo, BKB'd up the BZM with the physical damage, forcing back Toronto Tokyo, but he's got teammates coming in. Yatoro is getting on top of BZM right now. They've got a lot of damage to pump out onto his TA. I don't think she's got a way out of this one. When that refraction is down, she just gets absolutely evaporated.
Now you have 90 seconds to perhaps go and force this buyback.
They want it.
Like, they want it for sure. Queen of Pain is still blinking behind. Perhaps she will try to creep skip here. However, Miposhka, look at him. Is he going? Is he going? Ah man, he's so good. Like this is TI winner stuff right here.
You gotta get the grip. Yuragi
no, because of the spell block. This is what messed with him in the high ground push as well. He actually used grip on QOP in the high ground push, and she had that spell block, so he wasted it. This time around, he didn't use it, but Yuragi was a bit too fast.
At Ready 25 talent, eh?
Broken there, just a normal casual, not all strong at all.
How much is Lincoln's cost, by the way?
It's enough time. You just need enough time to get to that 44-minute, 40-minute mark, and 3 Lincolns for Queen of Pain.
And now the tier 4 items are coming out as well. I'm wondering if we're going to get anything special. Is there anything which we really got? I mean, Leveler on Monkey King's always really nice. That's a great one.
I mean, they didn't have tier 4 items for a really long time. They came out quite a while ago, but they couldn't get them.
Fighting.
Yeah, they were just stuck in base.
Yeah.
Leveler is pretty nice. Meanwhile, Mira's still sticking to his faithful Philosopher's Stone, you know. Gold. Stronger than anything else. There's a Spell Prism as well in OD, which is really nice.
Ooh, or Relic. Oh, what a decision to make.
Relic. Yeah.
No, they give the Relic to Collapse.
Collapse, yeah. Or
that was really good, though. Oh, no, never mind. Keeping the Flicker.
giving it to Dark Willow in the end.
Plenty
all of these heroes really use Spell Prism and the Relic really well, like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I guess you want to have the Flicker on Collapse to give him some save at least, as he doesn't have a BKB or a Force Staff or anything like that.
OG with the smoke now. Roshan's hit that minimum respawn time. And OG want to make something happen. And put themselves in the driving seat once again. Ultimate pops from Amar. They're looking for a target. They're going to find the Dark Willow straight off the back here. Misha trying to follow up with the Blinking and Hex, but it's a little bit of a messy initiation. They'll be able to keep this hero alive a little bit longer, but no. They just sack Mirror. They say, hey, you know what? Past. We lose our Willow here. That's fine. Good jump from OG.
That's no buyback. That's a big kill that they just made. There's no buyback on Dark Willow. You're playing 4 versus 5 for 90 seconds now. You might even have to sack top lane. Bane?
Lincoln. That is, oh my god, that's a Bane. They need to keep this guy alive, and they know exactly that as Yatoro jumps in. Great Wukong's command just off the backline here, just getting on top of BZM. Meanwhile, the Queen of Pain, she's actually going deep with Amar here. Both of them jumping past the Wukong's command. They're playing around the radius here as Yatoro's kind of split the fight, but TSpirit not really able to make anything happen with this. Wukong's command's going to go down. No casualties on the side of OG. They're trying to look for Yuragi here, but look at this. He squeezed into that corner. How did he fit in there? And, well, right now they're looking at the OD. OD doesn't have the BKB. I don't think Finger is out. The damage is in. Do they have enough to finish off the out of the barrel? I'm not sure. Markov jumping in with Yuragi once again. Simultaneous jumping from these two. Grip out from the post grip, the backwards, but there comes the ultimate from Tiger, keeping him alive. Yatoro taking damage. Hexed up, taking so many hits here. They're actually looking past him, looking for Collapse. Want to bring him down instead. Yatoro turns to the Monkey King. Yatoro being taken down. Yatoro is dead for 100 seconds. I think that might be it as a GG comes out from TSpirit. OG say game number 2.
I'm actually so happy that we're gonna see game